Have you ever had your mom find your ankle monitor while doing your laundry at college? I thought I'd hidden it perfectly. 3 months into freshman year at State University, maintaining a 3.8 GPA, and nobody knew I was completing the last 6 months of my sentence for identity theft. The monitor was my secret, tucked under bootcut jeans and maxi dresses. My roommate Aaliyah just thought I was modest about changing clothes. The crime happened when I was 17. My mom had lupus, lost her job, and we were about to be evicted. In desperation, I used stolen credit cards to pay rent and buy meds. I told myself I was being Robin Hood, but the FBI noticed. Because I was a minor with stellar grades, the judge gave me a deferred sentence. 2 years monitoring, community service, and restitution. If I completed it, my record would be sealed. College was allowed, but only within county limits, so State University instead of my dream school. Mom knew about the arrest, but not the monitor. I'd told her it was community service only. She was already drowning in guilt. If she knew I was still tracked, it would crush her. For 3 months, I perfected my routine. Shower at 3 a.m. Always wear long clothes. Never swim. Charge the monitor under a blanket. When it buzzed daily, I'd rush to the bathroom. Aaliyah thought I had IBS. Then Mom surprised me for Parents' Weekend. She showed up while I was in class, reorganized my closet, and did my laundry. My heart stopped when I saw my special ankle socks folded neatly. Honey, why so many compression socks? She asked. Cross-country running, I lied. She accepted it until she announced we'd attend the reception at the president's house, 2 miles outside my radius. I'd already gotten permission to skip it, but now Mom expected me there. I tried excuses. Sick, busy, project due. She countered each one. When she started crying about driving 4 hours to see me, I gave in. The reception sparkled with lights and hors d'oeuvres. For 30 minutes, all was fine. Then at 7:47 p.m., the alarm erupted. Not the soft buzz, an ear-splitting wail. Everyone turned. Parents backed away. The sound was clearly from me. What is that? Someone asked. I couldn't even pretend it was my phone. The president's wife hurried over as security approached. It's my medical alert, I stammered, but Mom grabbed my arm. Sophia, what is that sound? I pulled up my jeans, revealing the black box flashing red. Mom's face drained. The room went silent except for my ankle screaming my status to 100 parents. Remain calm, the president said. Not calm at all. Don't touch my daughter, Mom snapped at security. Ma'am, she's on monitored release. I know what she is, Mom shouted through tears. She's a teenager who tried to save her sick mother. She's a straight-A student. She's my daughter. Judge her, judge me, but know what she risked for me. The alarm cut off when my P.O. Bradley finally called back, scolding me through the phone. But then something surprising happened. Other parents stepped forward, not to condemn but to comfort. One whispered her son had a DUI, another that her daughter was caught selling pills. The president's wife even said quietly, my brother wore one for a year. White-collar crime. These things don't define us. We left early, but not in shame. Mom held my hand the whole walk back, the monitor pinging softly. In my dorm, she collapsed on my bed. 6 more months? She asked. 3. Why didn't you tell me? You already blamed yourself for being sick. I didn't want. I'm your mother. I deserve to know what my choices cost you. We stayed up all night talking, really talking, for the first time since my arrest. She never once called me stupid. She just held me while I cried about everything I'd carried alone. By Monday, the story had spread. But instead of being branded a pariah, I became something else. Proof that criminals aren't always who you expect. My criminal justice professor invited me to speak to his class. The campus paper interviewed me about second chances. 3 months later, when the monitor finally came off, Mom was there. We had a removal party in my dorm with a cake that said, Free Range Sophia. Aaliyah live-streamed the officer cutting it off. Sometimes the worst exposure becomes the start of freedom. Mom seeing my monitor freed me from the exhausting performance of perfection. Now when I speak at panels about cybercrime and rehabilitation, I always say, healing begins when hiding ends.